What did you think of the game then?
Thought we were poor. Within 10 minutes we should have been 3-0 up. I mean, when you miss chances from the 6-yard box, you know, you've gone 1-0 up and you have 2 more chances, you know, the game's dead and buried then. And half time, you know, after we scored, it was, we dropped. I don't know. It was like we thought it was going to be easy. Now, once you settle, you know, once you settle into that sort of format, you can't get going again. And I don't think we got going all game after that, really, to be honest. We probably had a spell 10 minutes at the end of the first half. But what we didn't do, we didn't use the pitch. Usually we use the pitch quite well, go into midfield, bounce to the other side. We never used the pitch. We're right back at Gorrit. We ended up down the right-hand side, and as anybody knows, if you play in a third of the pitch, you're easy to play against. So we didn't move people about enough, we didn't stretch them on. So.
Yeah, when you did play the ball on the floor, you scored your goal, and it was a well-worked goal, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's how we play. We can't. You know, I mean, they had a big forward who played around. We can't do that. We have to play out and play into the forward with a bit of quality, and then go from there. And today we didn't do it. We didn't get enough quality into the forwards, and the ball, when we did get in good areas, the quality, the final ball was poor. The decision making was poor as well. You know, at times when we got it in midfield in first half, when we could have played through the lines, we didn't. We tried to play into channels and round the corner. You know, when we can play to feet, we didn't. Poor decisions.
Why do you think that was? Because you hadn't had a game in a couple of weeks, or the pitch?
You know, at the end of the day, there's 2 teams on the pitch, so, you know, if you've got the ball at your feet, you should be able to deal with it. It's just bad decision making, you know, that's what you get now and then. You know, they see one thing and then they hit another thing, and they should have hit the first pass, you know. Get the ball out your feet, play through the lines and go and join in. And then the wide lads can come and join in, and, you know, you run us beyond. And we didn't really, to be honest, in midfield areas, we're usually better than we were today, you know. We do usually retain possession in there. You know, and that's where you've got consolidating there. You know, the ball goes into, you know, your back four, goes into midfield, you consolidate, are we ready to penetrate? Yeah, bang, we'll get in there. And we didn't. We went too early, or we made the wrong decision.
Would you say the difference between the 2 teams was they took their chances better than you did?
Did we have many chances? Oh, after the initial 10 minutes, you know, I don't think we really, you know, we had opportunities to get into good areas and to get into the box, but, you know, for instance, the ball's over on the left-hand side, and our right-sided lad is standing over by me on the right-hand side. You know, we're not going to get out. We're in their final third. He's got to attack the far post, you know, and lo and behold, he's wrong side of his defender in there. You know, he should be attacking the penalty spot, because we've worked it down the left-hand side quite well for this is first half, and he's standing out that wide. Now he should be playing as another centre forward then, and, you know, just didn't tell. So,
would you say realistically you can still push for promotion?
To be honest, it might be a step too far, because, you know, we've got a lot of young players, and these sorts of pitches don't help us because we're more of a technical side. And what we found is teams in and around us who you know, put the ball into good areas and then go and pick the bits up. We struggle against those teams. When we play against teams who want to play and fancy the chances against us, because they attack us and leave spaces, and, you know, that's when we hit them on the counter, and we do really well against them. You know, when we play against sides in and around us, when we've got to dominate the game, that's when we struggle. And that'll come. You know, we pick the wrong passes, we give it away when we should be, you know, for instance, second half, time and again, our wide lad had it, and tight areas here, and he's trying to turn his man instead of just rolling it back and getting out the other side. You know, so we didn't use the pitch. That was my main bugbear today. We didn't use the pitch.
You said to the Sentinel back in November you wanted to get to 50 points as soon as you can.
Yeah.
And you got 46 last year, and you wanted to beat that. You've now got 48.
Yeah.
So you've come quite far from last season.
To be honest, we've done really well. We've done really well, and I don't want to knock the lads, because, you know, we played some fantastic football, and, you know, we scored goals. We haven't conceded. We've had a great patch where, look, things go for you. You know, Ian Rainworth at home, you know, they hit the ball last minute, and then they had a penalty appeal, which I thought was a penalty, disallowed. You know, so it was you know, and then all of a sudden teams are scoring against us last minute, and you know, it just swings and roundabouts.
You could have had a penalty in the second half, couldn't you?
I thought it was outside the box actually. I thought it was outside, but I thought Coley on the second phase got fouled, so that could have been a penalty. But the game's dead and buried.
It's one of them days.
Yeah, it's just one of those days. You know, we've got to get ourselves out of this little bit of a rut we're in and go again.
What do you say to the team after a loss like that to bounce back?
You try and be positive, and in training this week we'll try and work on where we went wrong in the game. You know, by using the pitch, because our strengths are the wide plays usually, and even though one was tightly marked, can we get into the other one and then run at people? You know, and I thought, you know, that's where, like I say, I keep saying it, we didn't use the pitch. We didn't stretch them at all.
So what are your aims then for the rest of the season?
Aims for the rest of the season, I'd like to finish in the top 8, and that's progression. Before the season started, my obviously last year we were bottom 6. To progress top 8 from bottom 6, top 8 from bottom 6 is real progression, you know, and that's what we've got to look at, progression. We know where we're short, we know where we need other players, but on the budget, you know, we can't really bring other players in. You know, there's no money to bring another forward in, because at this moment in time, the assistant and I would have brought in other players, but because of the budget, we're stuck with, well, we're not stuck because they're decent players all of them are, but we can't freshen it up.
But you've got a successful youth team, because Jordan Cole's come in, your top goal scorer from the youth team last year, so he's successful. Yeah,
Jordan's done okay. He's looking a bit tired now, but he's played 25 games now. And as you saw today, you know, they bullied him a bit today, you know. And if he looks at their number 9 and there's movement and, you know, how we move people about, you know, that's what he can do better. You know, so he's getting there. He'll be a very good player.
Do you feel on a different pitch, on a less weathered pitch, you could have bested the other team today?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, good pitchy suitors. But at the end of the day, the players have got to work for it, and on the day, they've got to deal with the ball. You know, it doesn't matter where you play. If they're not up for it, now just. You know, they might have had a bad day. I mean, you look at it in a team, you want 8 players, 9 players having a decent day, you can afford to not be at it, or, you know, being half decent. But when you've got 5 or 6 players who are mediocre, you know, that's when you struggle. That's when you struggle.